Built in less than a year for a bargain basement price and the expectation it could make Atlanta a major league city, Atlanta Fulton County Stadium became a donut-shaped, multi-purpose civic achievement.
I always said that Atlanta Fulton County Stadium was the best stadium built for the money in the 60s.
You have given us the finest facility to play baseball in that exists in the major leagues today.
51 weeks after the groundbreaking, on sod laid just the night before, the Milwaukee Braves played the Detroit Tigers in an exhibition game in the stadium's maiden event.
Just proved to me that we were right. Atlanta is a big league city.
Nixon goes as far as he can go. He caught the ball.
It is best known for its 3 decades as host to Braves baseball, the site of the come-from-behind pennant clincher in 1992, the World Series victory in 1995, and in 1974 for baseball history when Hank Aaron hit number 715 off a Dodgers pitcher named Al Downing. But the old stadium saw much more than a few moments of fleeting glory and was much more than a baseball park.
I want you to really show them that they're loved when we bring them out here in Atlanta.
It entered the history books just 4 months after it first opened, when a pop group called the Beatles showed up, met with the mayor,
and this song is called I Feel Fine,
and tried to pierce the scream-soaked air with a concert at second base.
And as soon as they opened up with the first note, the entire stadium just went up. Everybody stood up and just screamed the entire time.
The stadium went on to host an annual jazz festival and a rare concert by Barbra Streisand, and plenty of rock and roll shows. The biggest crowd ever at the stadium was in 1974, when more than 61,000 people showed up for the Allman Brothers Band.
They got away from us a little bit in the dressing room and put on probably the worst concert they've ever put on. They had to carry Greg up onto the stage. He couldn't walk.
And in between was the occasional mass baptism and Billy Graham revival. But although it was built as a multi-purpose stadium, its primary purpose was sports. When Atlanta had a pro soccer team, it played there. The stadium hosted 20 years worth of Peach Bowls, 26 years worth of Atlanta Falcons football.
No scams! No scams! No scams!
In 1987, when NFL players went on strike, professional linebackers and tackles formed picket lines outside Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. And when motocross came to Atlanta, the bikes hit the dirt there, much to the chagrin of the grounds crews that had to clean it all up for baseball.
The 1-2. Fly ball left. Murphy's going to have to hurry.
And though it was built for more than baseball, that became its claim to fame. In its first year, Atlanta Fulton County Stadium was the site of the final season for the minor league Atlanta Crackers, who would leave town forever to make way for the Braves the following year.
Warner battles sun and wind. He's in all sorts of trouble. Forget it.
The Braves, which left Milwaukee for the promise of a new market and what was then a state-of-the-art ballpark, played more than 2,500 games here. It was the house that Ted ruled, and most of Turner's teams were middling at best. Perhaps the ultimate in futility came in a game that started July 4th, 1985, when Braves pitcher Rick Camp hit a home run at 3:30 in the morning in the 18th inning. The home team went on to lose 1 inning later.
Hit high into the air, right side.
For years, it was derided as a subpar venue for a mediocre baseball team. But the Braves became champs, and the stadium became a fashionable destination.
It's a good ballpark now. It is a crime to tear it down.
Donut-shaped and built with few frills, Atlanta Fulton County Stadium won't be remembered for its good looks or its style, but rather for what happened inside for 32 years, baseball and much more. Doug Richards, Eyewitness News, Prime Time.